They'll go away.
That's all right. All right. Scott Purcell with Blackland Prairie Bees. It's August 10th. We're going to try to inspect all of my Hutto hives today. Introduce yourselves.
Kristie, Ozzie.
Kristie and Ozzie. And they're going to be helping me for at least some of these. We'll see how far we all get. Our objectives today, we want to make sure that every hive is queen right. We want to, oh, don't tell, there we go. We want to see how much they have as far as food resources. There's a chance we might do a little harvest. I'm not concluding that at this point, but...
Oh, I think it's out.
Yeah, you're not getting any smoke from that.
Yeah, no, it's smoking. We just need to keep a continuous flow of air for a
You
while.
want me to do that?
That'll be...
Oh, that's your job. It's hot. There you go.
All right.
It's hot on the bottom.
Wait, really?
What I should have done is brought... I always forget to bring a small container to collect Propolis. This is some that I had last time. Looks like I closed it up rather abruptly last time and didn't clean up after myself. Metal bucket. Yeah, just keep going with it. It needs that continuous airflow.
Oxygen. What does queen right mean?
Queen right just means that you have a queen in the hive, and that she is laying as she should.
Okay.
And that's about all it means. It's as opposed to queenless.
Ah. Oh, okay. So just queen right just means she's there.
Yep.
Oh,
all right. Here's our divider board.
Okay.
Now, last time I was here, I put down a hive beetle trap.
Oh.
So we'll take a look and see what we got there.
What is for bait for those?
It's not bait. It is, dust. Oh, come on. Diatomaceous earth.
Oh, diatomaceous.
And you can see we do have, they're all white. They're all covered up. Let's see if I can show the camera a little bit. But those little round clumps, it's so hard to see what the camera can see in the bright sunlight.
I know, right?
Little round clumps at the top. Those are desiccated small hive beetles. Okay. And some kind of a fly or a moth that got in there too.
Okay.
The bees have tried to seal some of these gaps with propolis.
See that? Show the camera. Yeah, that is really hard, isn't it?
All right, so we've got this frame that we added last time they have not built on. This frame, it may be that they're having trouble finding enough nectar this time of year to build out comb, but it's also the case that they're slower to build out comb. Typically in a Layens hive, we've got one entrance and it's on this end, and typically the brood is going to be near the entrance.
Okay.
And they're more concerned, if I drop those frames in the middle of their brood nest, they'll be quicker to draw out the hive, or the frame, the comb.
Can you put an entrance, open the entrance to the on the other side?
You can, but you don't want to.
Okay.
Because then the queen feels free to roam, and she may be laying brood in the frames where you really would like at the end of the season to be able to extract that. And especially if you're going to do any cut comb, you want it on what we call virgin comb, which means there's no brood. So, all right, so that was, let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That was frame 16. Frame 15 is also mostly honey. Actually, it's mostly empty. Yeah, I think I just gave them this one. Yeah, this one I had extracted honey from another comb, another colony rather, and I gave them back the empty frame, and half of it had broken out. So I gave them this back, and they've cleaned it up, but they haven't started to use it yet.
Okay. So why would they skip that and then build on that other one?
I think I spaced it there so that they would do that, so that they would start using this one.
Oh, okay.
I
that makes
interspersed
sense.
them.
Okay.
All right, this should be, this was 1650, this should be 14.
Wow. Is that a drone? This big guy right here? Oh, it just looks big. That just looks
That's
big
a drone.
Oh, okay, I was right.
You can see how the eyes come right together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to the oh, they're so beautiful.
Now let's take a look at this frame.
That's just all open honey, right?
Nectar and honey. Until it's capped, we call it nectar. And after it's capped, we call it honey.
This is honey.
That's honey.
This is nectar.
That's correct.
Okay. That's so cool. So 14 is looking good.
Oh, don't die.
How many frames are you expecting them to have full by this time of the year?
Oh, there's really no expectation. It varies so much according to the year and according to the specific colony of bees. And
Wow.
that's going to be honey when they cap it all.
Okay. Is that another one that you put in separate? Because it looks like this is more advanced.
Yeah. I interspersed.
Okay.
Sometimes if you intersperse newly introduced frames, well, there's two benefits to that. One is it'll motivate the bees to draw it out if it's in between drawn frames, because they don't mind having undrawn frames at the end, but they really don't like them in the middle of their hive. So they'll draw it out. The other advantage is that if you're, in this case, it's a foundationless frame. So there's nothing on the frame other than a header bar at the top and the dowel in the middle to tell them draw it straight. If we had a sheet of plastic in there, then they know that's flat. And so if you...
What are they doing here? What is
this? Is called, oh, I forgot the term for it. But it basically, it's like dangling is the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
What they do is they hang down and gravity tells them what's straight. And
so they're gauging, are they in the middle of like, okay, this is down?
Yeah, they're in the middle of planning, it seems like, to draw below that dowel.
Oh, that's so cool.
And to make sure that they're doing it straight, they dangle for a while first and kind of mark. I guess they deposit some wax or something to mark where things are supposed to go on the sides.
What's the difference between this wax and the other wax, the Propolis wax?
Yeah, this is not wax. This is Propolis.
Okay, Propolis. It's just a sealant.
Yeah, it's made out of basically tree sap, tree resins.
Oh.
And they like to glue things together and block holes that they don't want.
Wow. Wow. Why is this building up?
They're just, that's called Burr comb.
Okay.
And they're using it to connect to the frame next to it.
Okay.
And I just like to delicately nip that off to say, hey, don't do that.
Like, do you know how many generations it took to build that?
Yeah. That's okay. That's part of their rent, is they have to deal with the landlord.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a matching little bit of burr comb here, and I'll just clip that off.
Ozzie, do you hear the tone in the hive change?
Got a little cockroach.
Ooh,
go away.
Buddy.
Now they won't, when I close them up, they won't put up with a cockroach in the body.
So
cockroaches can sometimes run around on top. If he gives me half a chance, I'll squish him, but
the bees will get him.
They move pretty fast.
They do. Wow. So this is more burr.
Little bits of burr.
And what is burr again? I'm sorry.
It's just
extra.
When they are close to another frame.
Yeah.
If they feel like they don't have the room to cap the cells here.
Yeah.
Without obstructing their path.
Okay.
And they'll just build it up solid to reinforce the hive structure.
Wow. Oh, here, they're dangling again.
Uh-huh.
That's fun.
Festooning, that's the word.
Festooning.
Festooning.
Oh, they're not happy.
They're all right. Here we go. Let's give them a little bit more of this.
I tried to keep it puffy.
All right. It's probably, just keep an eye on it. When you don't see wisps of smoke coming out from it, just give it another puff or two, but we won't.
My biggest issue when dealing with these is
This is 10. Go ahead.
I get like psyched out when things are by my ears.
Uh-huh.
So anytime I hear something by my ears, I like tense up.
What is this one doing?
Probably either depositing some more honey or eating some nectar.
Oh, okay. They look like they're so busy. None of this looks like brood to me. Am I getting that right?
No brood yet.
Okay.
This is all food. So far, yeah.
Like from that one.
Yeah.
That one.
It's probably a different. So here's what he's talking about. Let's show on the video.
Oh, yeah.
See this darker look down here? That's very recently placed. And all of this has been capped longer. We're noticing that a darker color behind the cappings makes the cappings look darker.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably that they shifted from one type of nectar from one type of flower to something else with a darker profile. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames that are not all fully drawn out, but they're all fully dedicated to food, to honey. And if I'm really generous with this hive, leaving them extra honey for
winter,
that's
brood.
There's brood.
There's brood.
If I'm really generous, I will leave them 4 full frames of honey, and we've got 7 there.
Cool.
So we have brood.
That's half brood, half honey.
Yeah, they're backfilling. They're backfilling as the bees hatch out of the brood cells. They're replacing it with nectar.
Wow. Ozzie, do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Do you see how these look fuzzy? That's brood.
Yeah, when I was talking about color change, I was talking about this.
Yeah, the honey color change.
Now look down here.
Is that a drone?
Yep.
He's eating the honey.
Look down here. We've got some bees emerging. There's one. You see just the
head.
head.
Look, guys. Look. Look at the little eyes. Oh.
So you'll never see a bee head first in other words, they never back tail end down. Once they emerge, once you see them come out, actually I'm wrong. That is not the head, that's the tail. So that's a bee that has climbed down inside.
No, but I think this one right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
That one is emerging right now.
Yeah. Ozzie, do you want to see it? Come over here.
I see it.
Oh, okay.
They're fascinating to watch.
Aren't they? There's one.
This one is climbing out right now.
Wow.
See it?
Welcome to the earth, buddy. Oh, that's so
See, immediately the worker bees, they're clustering around her, feeding her. She's been in there a long time.
It's coming out too right now.
Yeah. Population boom.
There you go. That's so cool. They seem to have calmed down. I wonder if it was the cockroach that pissed them off.
Could have been.
No, it was because I puffed smoke on them.
Oh, well, there's that too.
All right, so we got 3, 6, 7, 8. So that was 9. 9 was the first frame with brood.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm not sure I need to go very much further.
Everything else should be. Yeah, it looks like it's half brood, half honey.
Yeah, and here I see uncapped brood. You see the little white? Look almost like, hate to say it, but it looks almost like maggots down in the cells.
Oh yeah, the little.
They're a little curled up.
Yeah, the little.
And you've got a variety of sizes. Towards the top, you see towards me. See how they're much smaller.
Oh yeah.
You might even see some eggs in there.
Wow. Oh yeah, look at them.
So when you see the very youngest larvae, that means that the queen has been there within about 4 days.
So she's still. So she's. This is queen positive then.
Yeah, queen right.
Queen right.
Yep.
Yes.
So what we have seen is that we have up to about nine frames of brood and 7 frames of food that are not quite, none of them are quite capped, so I can't harvest any today, but it's looking real good for a good harvest from this colony.
Ozzie, push him down so we can.
It's looking real good for a good harvest from this colony in the fall. So what we do is we wait until like late October or early November, and then we'll come in and we'll see how many frames of brood we have, and then evaluate how much food they'll typically need over the winter. And if I have like 4 frames of brood at that time, I'll probably put 1 full frame of honey on each end. And if I have closer to 7 frames of brood by that time, there won't be as much brood by then as there is now, because the queen's going to back off her laying because she knows that winter's coming too.
Okay.
And if they have 7, then I might leave 2 full frames on each end. So if we have 7 and 2 frames of honey, that'll give it 9, and then it'll be 10, 11. Let's see, where's the poison? The
Oh, here.
Yeah, I'll set that back down.
Did you want to put those 2 empty frames back in?
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to give them this one instead. I don't think they need 2, given how much more they have to draw out, but I'll give them that one.
Okay.
All right. All right. So they are in good shape, and we move on. I'll leave that.
Oh,
there.
You leave that in here?
Yep.
Okay.
That way I don't lose my hive tool.
There you go.
I try. I started out thinking I was going to keep 1 with each hive. And then I decided 1 for each group of hives is adequate. All right, so that's all at the Peterson Community Garden. We'll see you at the next stop.